Hi guys, it's Kathy. Welcome to my art channel, Kathy Artistry Fluid Art by Kathy Nordland. Today I'm going to do another Dutch pour with that similar outline that Olga Soby did, where there's a dark area here and then the other colors kind of fan out that way. The last one I did was pretty, but what I had done is put white down as a base here, and I had way too much paint. So this time I'm just going to have the dark area here, and then I'm going to lay the colors here, and I'll have a little bit of white sprinkled on top for highlight rather than as a base. It just kind of whited things out a little more than I like, even though they came out looking nice. So for the base, I've got a combination of Amsterdam Payne's gray mixed with Prussian blue. I put a little bit of blue metallics in these sometimes too, just because I think that's a good idea. And then as far as the paints go, a lot of them I used before, but I've added a few others. I'm going to use the Liquitex Red Violet. It's so beautiful. And the Amsterdam Dioxizine Purple. This is Prizm Pour Blue Velvet. This is DecoArt Turquoise. This is hardly any left, DecoArt Copper. And a mixture of DecoArt 14 karat gold with Gold Fine, also Iridescent Gold Fine, also by DecoArt. So that's the plan. I've been dying to do this a little differently. Also, this is a 12 by 24 gallery wrapped canvas, so it's longer and a little more narrow, so it's a little more challenging trying to figure out how to do this, but that's okay. I think that's part of the fun. So without further ado, okay. So this is basically the base on one end, and no base on the other end other than all of those colors lined up. So these are leftover paints, most of them. Well, actually, I think they all are. I'm hoping I'll be able to actually get rid of some of the paints here now. And then mix up some new paints. And make more messes. I really like this color, the Payne's gray and the Prussian blue together. It's just very rich looking. I'm going to get the sides too on here. Get them covered ahead of time so when the paint goes on it has something to flow against or with. It will kind of adhere to the paint that's already on there, which is better than having it roll off the edge of the canvas and leave bald spots of canvas on your finished painting, which you don't want. Sorry, this is the boring part. Going to watch. Almost there. I know some people said they have a hard time doing Dutch pours. They are challenging in a lot of respects. I've always just, I think I'm just more drawn to Dutch pours than anything else, although I like all the techniques. Okay, I'm going to torch this a little in case there's any air bubbles. And then we can start our little pattern here. So here's the red velvet. You can do it in any pattern you want. I'm trying to get it to go that direction, kind of like a wave of sorts. Here it comes. And I know the purple has a tendency to take over, so hopefully I won't put enough on where it takes over, but I would like it to show up. Okay. And this beautiful blue velvet by Prizm. I love this. It's a beautiful color. Here is the turquoise. I think anything looks good with turquoise. It just seems to brighten up a lot of other colors that you use. It's a good highlight color, I've found. It's just pretty with all kinds of things like copper. It looks nice against copper. I think we'll just use up the rest of this copper here. I might put it a little closer to the edge here. It'll look pretty good with next to that Payne's gray and Prussian blue mix. I like how metallics look against a dark base. Just to make everything, and then a little bit of the gold. The last one I did, I put the same mixture of DecoArt gold in, and it kind of got lost. There was only one area where I could see the gold, and it was just barely a shimmer. Now watch, I'll do too much this time and be sorry for it. Hopefully not. Oh, now that came out being too much. I'm going to add a little bit more of the red violet right along here. Okay. Now, let's blow this out a little bit, see what we've got. Actually, I'm going to add, this is some leftover white with a little minwax in it, so it might make some cells, which I would kind of like, but since it's leftover, I don't know if it's going to do that much or not. We'll see.
Here comes the noise. I can see already what I haven't done. After all this talk about putting paint around the canvas, I did not do that, thinking I'd have enough to fall off the ends here and make a mess, but I don't, so I'm going to just add all that now. Okay. I guess that, oh, this is the gold making the cells in here. Looks nice. And I can always add more paint as I go if I don't really like it so. And there we go. Olga did is when she put the colors down, she took a little palette knife and spread it all around so she didn't have any of this extra space in between. So that was my fault of forgetting that. Like I said, we can always just add more paint in here. So I'm just figuring this out as I go along. This is a new kind of layout for me for a Dutch pour. I really like it, but one by one, I'll figure out exactly the best way to do it. I'm really liking this and how the gold makes this cells. Spots. Sorry for the reach over there. It's kind of a different side. I really like this, but as you can see, there isn't much highlight or white coming in. So, I know, like I said last time, there was too much. Anyway, it's nice to add a little bit of highlight throughout here. Okay, here we go again.
Look what I did. Okay. I'm loving these colors. I said this was an old mixture of white with a little min wax in it. It's not really, mixes a little here, but it's not really doing cells. It just looks kind of strange here. I don't mind it. It's just a little different. So I'm going to torch it, get any bubbles out, and also see if there's any more cells that come up. kind of fix my sides up here since I put so little paint down to begin with. Luckily, there's plenty of paint that went over the side here, so I can just fill that in. Looks like a lot of pretty rainbow colors. That pink is so pretty. I think I like the orientation of this narrow and long canvas. I wasn't sure I was going to like that. I thought it would be a little better to have it a little more width in it. But I'm actually liking this. Didn't get much here on the sides. Oops, sorry about that. Could have been a major disaster. I'm having to walk around the side here to get this extra paint. I'm just tapping it along. Doesn't need a whole lot. Okay, that looks pretty good. So now, I don't think I need a lot to do except for these weird little lines that this leftover white has made. I know it had like a min wax in it for a cell activator. Now look at that. I don't know, it's a little bizarre. Looks like little bolts of lightning going through here rather than just adding a highlight. Actually kind of like that ghostly looking one. Anyway, just kind of play around with this until I find something that I think looks pleasing. Now this, I don't think there's much I can do with that, but I can run my fingers through it a little. It's nice just to do the finger painting sometimes, and it adds a little extra interest. So you could use some up through here. So maybe I don't want to really touch this. I like that a lot. This I want to bring down that way. But I want to get rid of that, so it's right in the middle of things, of course. Yep. Here goes. Now that paint will move back in and fill that in. I think that looks good. Adds a lot more interest than what was there. Bring this out a little bit. What to do with this funny stuff? That's the only cell it made, this one circle here. Very strange. I've never seen that. Like I said, I think it's because it was been sitting around for a while and I just refreshed it was all. Okay, that doesn't look so bad, considering. All right, I do see a little spot of white here. Just kind of suck that up with the end of the paper towel. All right, I think I'm done here. That was fun. What do you think about this orientation for this type of style Dutch pour? I mean, I know the traditional is to come this way, and you're looking at it from a horizontal way, or vertical, but this, I think, is better to see from a vertical standpoint. Anyway, I will bring you down and show you all these other stuff here in a minute. Okay, I just want to bring you down, and I did a little fixing up here and there. That blue Payne's gray looks purple from here. Just look at all those cells that gold and copper makes, and against that beautiful red violet. Now the other thing, all these paints were mixed with mix. And if you look, you can see there's a lot of translucence throughout here. Well, you can see like layers of color, one through the other, which I really like that. Mix will do that. I love using it for pours like this. And of course the metallics have come through. You can see the shine coming through on there. The gold and magenta looks wonderful together. Look at this funny little thing here. It looks like it's having a little party in the middle of it. I like it. And up to the ends is a little more subdued up there, but there's all that translucent quality, the gold and the turquoise and the dark colors. Sorry for the shadows and the shine from the light, but that's just the way that is. I like it. I love that red violet against the copper more than anything. Well, there you go. Thank you so much for joining me. And if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. Here, I can one-hand this. And subscribe. And I will see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye. Wanted you to see all the glimmer and shine from the metallics, especially that 14 karat gold, as usual, really stands out.